Hello everyone, I'm Sean Lawrence G. De La Cruz, here to show you the process of how I made my self-portrait. I will also talk about the principles or elements that I implemented on the portraits as well as talk about the style and subjects of the art itself. Starting with the subject of the self-portrait, of course, the subject is me. When I was drawing this portrait digitally on Medibang, I decided to use a reference picture which is a screenshot from one of my other videos for school. I decided to use that particular image as a reference for the subject of the art, since the image itself brings me in the center, and despite the background being a little messy, it keeps me in focus. So I wanted that to take effect in the self-portrait that I'll make. Lastly, as you can see, the background of the self-portrait is just a blank colored layer that makes the subject truly stand out. When it comes to the style, since I grew up in an era of technological advancements and raised to become an informed user of said technologies, I decided to draw myself digitally. In turn, the style of the subject is 2D digital painting or drawing. I decided to stick with the two-dimensional digital painting or drawing style since I love and am inspired by anime, manga, and comics. Being the nerd that I am more inclined to draw in the 2D style that these inspirations of mine are known to showcase and highlight. Now, with the principles and elements of design, starting with contrast, not only did I use different shades of green in the background, I also made the lighting on the subject's body or clothing contrary to one another. This not only showcased perspective from a light source, but it also adds depth to the portrait itself. Furthermore, I balanced these colors out, like in the background and the lighting, balancing the amounts of shades used on one side with another, and even the darkness or lightness of the lighting of one side to another. As much as I would have liked to showcase symmetrical balance, I showcased more asymmetry. The asymmetry helps showcase the different shades of lightings from one side to another, and it also showcased perspective and lighting on the subject's skin and hair in particular. Another principle and element that takes effect is pattern. This can be seen in the subject's shirt by the stripe pattern or its color patterns. It is also one of the reasons why the portrait and the reference picture looked appealing to me. Of course, there is also white space or negative space in the self-portrait as seen in the black background surrounding the subject. This makes the subject more defined and frames the subject more easily in the portrait. As you can probably tell by now, my style and the principles used in creating this self-portrait are personal to a T. I did what I thought looked good and fun, while also drawing in a way that I am more inclined to than drawing in a realistic or more quote-unquote beautiful style. After all, beauty is subjective. I just happen to think that drawing the way that I wanted to is more beautiful than forcefully trying to draw what others think are